So Libra, your week commencing the 14th of April forecast comes on the back of the potency of the Libra full moon. How did you find it? Was there a relationship issue that needed to come out into the open? Or for you, was it more about drawing people's attention towards how you saw a situation and making them more conscious that they needed to lean into your perspective, not the other way round, which is sometimes the case. That's your great gift. Now, of course, your ruler Venus has been released from the retrograde, but it's not been released from the clutches of Saturn. So relationships generally could require still some care through to the end of the month. Once Venus returns to the sign of Aries, you'll know exactly how the whole process has played out. But what you do get this week is the arrival back in your 7th house of relating of Mercury. When Mercury's in the 6th house, it can create brittleness. But what we can get in the sign of Pisces is brittleness, but also confusion and maybe some dishonesty. Mercury moving back into your 7th house helps you in its conjunction with Neptune for the first time in our lifetimes in Aries, helps you to assert your boundary, but with a degree of delicacy, because Neptune can just soften the energies of Mercury, but not in a bad way. If you're a little bit uncertain about how to go about something, initially that could create a sense of confusion. Just be assured that by the end of the week, Mercury's interacting with Pluto, now in the part of your scope to do with your personal actualization in terms of your charisma. And that link suggests that you could punch through and get across your message with aplomb. Now, also on Friday, Mars is going to make the transition from your sector of ambition to one which is much more to do with your social world, but also your network, your collaborations, which is something you have a natural gift for. Perhaps people have been surprised since the 6th of January, and before that for 2 months, from the 5th of September to the start of November, about just how much more assured you've been in terms of chasing big targets. But you get an opportunity now to think more about how you connect to others. Mars can be about desire, clearly, can be about our identity, ego, but the 11th house is much more collegiate. It helps you and links you to other people in a very positive way. But the Sun's move into the sign of Taurus, which can be about everyday money, our values, but in your case in the 8th house, where you connect to others, Mars and the Sun are in a right angle as this week draws to a close. And in fact, as Mars edges forwards, it's also opposing Pluto too. So it's a T-square. Because that T-square is all in fixed signs, when it comes to your hopes, the position of Mars, how you manifest your personal needs, Pluto, but how it connects to others, the Sun, try to stay as flexible as possible, because that fixed energy can create resistance, and that therefore can create some tension. If, however, you are a very creative person and you're wanting to do well financially, I feel the tension of that T-square could in some ways push you towards making more of the ideas you've been generating and being much more entrepreneurial, particularly over the next month. Having the Sun in the 8th house can also see you wanting to squeeze a little bit more out of your assets. So the cannier side of your nature is going to be to the fore, but the Sun in Taurus for you can be about transformation. So if you're working on a relationship matter, it could get deep in the next few weeks. But as I say, once your ruler Venus gets back on the 1st of May into your opposite sign, that's when you're really going to get the clarity, and perhaps the 5th of May when she comes out of shadow, of exactly how that relationship matter will unfold. Now that could be personally, but it could equally be around a contract. It could be around a new association that you're developing. Please check out my new website at www.patrickarundell.com. You can download your amazing free natal birth chart, but also you can subscribe to your free daily written horoscope or book a reading with me personally. Please see below for more.